Who told you? That was a secret. You weren't supposed to know that. I know that you feel entitled to that information, but no matter how big your ego, no matter how much you think highly of yourself, that information was not for you. So now we gotta figure out what to do about it. Now you've got information that you shouldn't have. And that means things are gonna be different from now on. Because I know that you are walking around out there with information that you shouldn't have. And that is information that you extorted from one of my confidants. Leather belt. Get you what you need. But you did not anticipate me. do not like my secrets running around town. I do not like the fact that you coerced my confidant. Do you understand me? Are we clear? So, this puts you and I in a little bit of a pickle, doesn't it? Because I don't know you. And if I don't know you, I don't trust you. Now, one of my associates was kind enough to bring you here for this conversation. And I'm sure you've got something to say, but I'm not interested. Because I'm already done. You know, what you don't understand about me is that I have zero tolerance. So I find out that you forced my confidant to tell you something that you shouldn't have been told. You're already dead to me, right when I find out. So your situation now is to prove your value to me, right? Because the secret that you possessed at this moment is capable of causing me a lot of harm, getting me in a lot of trouble. So you've got to figure out a way in the next 24 hours of counterbalancing that. See, I'm not impressed with your stature in the community. That doesn't give you any collateral with me. I'm looking for something a little bit deeper. If you're gonna live with a secret about me that can take me down, you've got to create enough value for me so that you don't get canceled accidentally. My people will have nothing to do with it, of course. Of course, you are someone with great standing locally, so your presence would be missed. So what I'm trying to do with you, ever so subtly and slowly, is exhort you to figure out how you can be valuable to me for the rest of your life. And of course, you get to determine how long that life is. How long you're going to hold that secret. You want to hold it for a day? Be my guest. You want to hold it for a week? That's fine. Month? Year? Decade? Decades? But what you really want to do is live without that fear that you're feeling now, that trepidation. Because my associates here are fearsome, aren't they? They're practically monsters. That is why I hired them. They're monsters, aren't they? Sometimes I'm even scared of them. Are they gonna slit my throat in my sleep because I didn't pay them in time? They're loyal. They're like Dobermans. I'm an artist. People don't understand that about me. They have all these ideas of who I am, and I'm kind of like a specter. I am a screen for projections, really. But when a situation like this occurs and I'm face to face with someone who's causing me trouble, I like to reveal a little bit about myself. Other people can augment my name, turn me into a legend, and that's fine. It's a little bit gratifying, but this conversation with you is the most gratifying, because this is where we create art together. You're my canvas. Because what I'm doing is giving you these different colors, these different brush strokes and themes, and then you get a choice. I'm telling you that you have a choice, that you have a secret. You have a secret. That means you're very important to me. Now, you could accidentally but that's not really any fun, is it? There's no art in that. That's brutal. An assassination is easy when you've got a pack of Dobermans. You know what I mean? Like, it's art to have a pack of Dobermans and not use them. Because there's always the implication that they could be used. And then that just narrows the focus of the field of possibility between you and I. You know. I mean, look at them. They're perfect for getting the job done. They're almost salivating. You're a bone for them. But that's not art. That's not Picasso. How am I Picasso if I set the Dobermans loose, you know? You've got a secret that can take me down. You're a figurehead in the community. You're important. You could sink me. But you know that you've always got the Dobermans on your trail. And they would snuff you in a second, but I don't want to do that. Is the masterpiece there? The masterpiece is you're alive. You're powerful. Every day, you're there and you're thinking to yourself, how can I prove my value to me? And I know that. I know that's what you're going to go through from now on. As long as you choose to live, as long as we have this implicit pact between us, that when you leave this room, your life is going to be dedicated to creating value for me. In the community, it will be invisible, but fulfilling. Other people aren't going to understand the mural that you and I are painting together. And this is the consequence, because now you're indentured to me for life to co-create a masterpiece with me. You didn't know who you were fucking with when you extorted that secret from her. You had no idea. You were in your own world, in your own reality, without understanding that there's a much more powerful, parallel reality that you stumbled into, my brother. And now your life is going to be art. Before, it was simply domination, coercion. You were the predator. You were the apex predator in your reality until you enter my reality. And now we're going to establish a rapport. Because I do not believe that it's in my best interest or in your best interest for you to vanish. I believe that it is in your best interest to become art. After all, that is what I am. I believe it is in your best interest to be my apprentice. Because what you don't understand quite yet, but perhaps one day you will understand it, is that when you become art, you become fulfilled. It's really that simple. Your predatory ways weren't artistic, were they? It was just extortion. There's no agreement there. Yes, yeah, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, here he is with a pack of Dobermans, ready to eat me alive. That's extortion, isn't it? You've got my secret, man. You could end it for me like that. So that's why I've got the Dobermans here. We're pretty much neutral. If I don't have the Dobermans, I don't have anything on you, do I? We're not level. So it's really up to you to figure out how your life is going to become art in service to this art. This is how I gain your trust. Do you understand? It may seem that it's unequal, that you're going to create your life as art in service of me, but really, your art is going to be subsumed in this art here, because that's what I am. When I was younger, I was absolutely fascinated with the greatest artists in the world, but I thought the media that they used was a little bit too archaic or too quaint or too constricted for me. That art had to be my entire life. It wasn't going to be just simply on a canvas or sculpture or music. No, it's going to be the way that I lived. But not just as some kind of abstract fairy tale kind of amusement. It's really every day I wake up and I have my tea and I'm on my recliner and I have a little bit of breakfast. And I imagine and envision how the entire day can be art. Nothing in particular, but the whole expanse of the day is art. So that's why you are going to prove your value to me as art. You're being initiated. It's accidental, but it's the best accident, because these Dobermans, that's the worst accident. You will take me down if you reveal my secret, but I will come back. Okay? I will come back. But you won't. And I don't want that, because this is how I initiate people. This is how I create artists of life. Do you see that my secret in your mind creates this dynamic, this intimacy, this bond between us? That if I don't have my secret, then you don't show up there in chains with duct tape around your mouth. And there's no Dobermans, there's nothing. My secret is my investment in reality. My secret is at the core of the art that I create. That is my life. Without the secret, there is no masterpiece. Without the secret, there is no you here. You wouldn't have been here if you didn't extort my confidant. So I created the secret in order to create the masterpiece. That's my life. Now, obviously, the secret is not so intense and so extraordinary that if it's exposed, I'm done for. I'm just crippled. And then the art is about resurrecting myself to my former glory, and I've done it 4 or 5 times. 5 times now, actually. 5 times. The person runs afoul of our agreement. The person trips up. The person defaults on their promise to create their life as art. And they expose my secret. Then the Dobermans go for them, because that's what the Dobermans are. They're trained to do that. That's why they exist. And that's part of the art. And that's what you know now that we're having this conversation. You know that. You know that's the inevitable consequence of divulging the secret. That's part of the art. So do you see what you stumbled into? You stumbled into your salvation in a way, because, let's be honest, you were just going through the motions, weren't you? I know, I saw you. I've seen you so many times, going through the motions. But today is your lucky day, I must say, and I am happy. I'm happy because now I'm nervous. And that makes me feel good. That's the masterpiece. How a man in control, a man dominant, can feel nervous? What? He can feel nervous? Because some schmo is going to expose him? Yes! That's a masterpiece. What do I do? How do I negotiate my nervousness? And do you know the greatest secret of all? One day you will thank me. You'll understand what you were missing. Before your life became art.